It's actually crazy because growing up, Michael Jackson was literally one of my favorite artists. Like he was someone I watched like listened to every day without fail. Like he literally was my favorite artist growing up, and it was so interesting to kind of see a perspective of him that was created in 2023. I think that's such a creative concept. So big up to Richard for that creative concept. And whoever else was on the team for this. This was really cool, and yeah, like it was funny because it's like it's a perspective, isn't it? Like it really makes you think about what would it actually be like if Michael Jackson was alive today on this earth in Switzerland. You just like it's very creative the fact that that was um actually presented to us, and I think that's really really cool. And it was nice to see his actual passion for his artistic expression, and like I just loved like that, just to see that. And it was just mad because it sounded just like him. Like I don't know, if I don't know if you guys could do a Michael Jackson voice. I can't do it, and I'm not gonna try. But yeah, like this was so interesting to dive into. It's definitely really different to anything I would ever watch. And yeah, it was nice to just hear that perspective of Michael Jackson and what he's been through, what his feelings and thoughts today, even though he's not actually here with us, but he is through the music, and we will always respect him to that.
That was indeed magical. It was appropriately, aptly named the Michael Jackson Magical Moon Tour. Because for a spell there, I forgot that this was indeed a piece of fiction and that I was actually like, I thought I was actually listening to MJ being interviewed by a very enticing interviewer, let's say. She asked all the right questions, at once insightful, moving, tragic, hopeful, ambitious, inspirational, thought provoking answers from MJ's perspective. Yeah, this was such it was a convincing interview. And for spells there, I thought I was actually, which it helped to, insinuate some live footage of Michael Jackson actually speaking and the Jackson 5 and combining that and using a little patchwork. It's ingenious, man. That is the height of the avant-garde experimental nature in storytelling. Because if you zoom the camera back a little bit, he is oh, you're listening to Michael Jackson being interviewed had he not died in 2023 living in Switzerland. And that as a premise alone is incredible. This is an exceptional piece of art. Yeah, and this film was exploring MJ's psyche, man. And I like that aspect of it. And it was moving, surprisingly moving. And when the accusation questions come up, we shift to a black backdrop. That is subtly great cinematography and really honing in on the dark nature. And then one of the highlights of this film is MJ's answer to his dark period. It's like a dark cloud, follow me everywhere. It was like a dark cloud, follow me everywhere I went. You can check the weather reports. That is brilliant writing, man. That is unbelievably good writing and poetic expression. Yeah, man. Yeah, this was a clever film. But yeah, I appreciate you, Richard Brune. I am bowled over. I am moved by your vision in this film and your execution of it. So I can't sing this movie's praises high enough, and hopefully it gets the recognition it deserves.
Hats off to you, Richard. I thought this was dope as hell. Like I said before, coming from a self-proclaimed the biggest Michael Jackson fan of all time, this was spot on. The voice acting, the writing, it definitely resonated his true identity. And like I said, I really feel like I just came out of sitting through a full hour-long interview with him, and it I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of just gets you It got me a little bit emotional. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like he was back for a minute. It's, I don't know. It's a special feeling. I feel like any true Michael Jackson fan would absolutely appreciate this. And even in saying that, a lot of the ways he answered some of the interviewers' questions sounded exactly the way he would have answered those questions, or did answer those questions back when he was actually alive. You know what I mean? Or in his younger years when he was actually going through those things. Personally, I would have imagined him, I don't know, coming to peace with a lot of those things. Not the way it happened, but accepting it as a reality and kind of moving on from it. When he was answering those questions, you could kind of hear the anger, or you could hear the hurt that, the way he felt at the time. He brought that back in this answer, and it just felt kind of, I don't know, it just made me think, like, would he really still kind of harbor that kind of, not hate, but those bad feelings? Or would a 65-year-old version of Michael Jackson just be like, hey, that was part of the past. Evil people said these things about me. There's not anything I could do about it today, but move on and be a better person. That's just kind of how I envisioned it. But again, I do still appreciate the way Richard depicted this version of Michael Jackson in this movie. All in all, I thought it was an amazing treat, especially again as a Michael Jackson fan.
I liked the mask.
That
because
amazing.
then
The mask concept.
Yeah, because
why do I feel like that's what he would be doing for
real?
No.
Because remember his face it was always changing. He was always doing a lot of surgeries.
And for the part, the lies and stuff that I know sometimes people get accused of things it's actually true.
Yeah,
but it's just not always true.
The media is really crazy because
and people. Overall,
yeah,
the audience, they're crazy too,
yeah.
because they want to believe the story. They want the stories.
Yeah, people
they don't care. They just
up.
want to believe it.
All you need to do is just say it, and then it's just in your mind, and it's just easy to believe and move on with it.
I think most of it is just for the money.
Yeah, they want money because they will get money if because that's what they're doing, suing and saying whatever. So
I mean, everybody wants money, so
money is
that's just easy money for them.
Yeah, like.
Damn. This interview, though, it was beautifully written, and I feel like
it felt
real. I feel like this is what would be happening.
And the voice too was on point.
And the interviewer, though, what was going on with her? I feel like sometimes she's
just acting like
sending subliminals to Michael.
I guess she was acting like most interviewers.
Yeah,
because
that's
they
how
do
they
that.
are. They try to look at me or something.
Yeah. Maybe they want Michael to see them a certain way because
maybe
he's a living legend. Well, no, he's dead. But I mean, like, he's greatness just sitting right across you.
I know.
He's so famous, achieved so many and so many things, accomplished a lot.
And you can just know.
And he's loaded.
The energy. He's just beautiful inside and out.
He's like an angel.
So then,
it's like an angel right there sitting next to you. So
I get it.
You just want to put your best face on and
I
don't know, turn up your your sexual energy, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So welcome back. That was Michael Jackson's Magical Moon Tour. All right, but this is an awesome fan film. You know what I'm saying? For people who don't really know who Michael Jackson is, I think the historical stuff and kind of a timeline of his life and information on stuff like that is awesome. And I like how they touched on certain subjects and stuff like that. And it just kind of keeps Michael Jackson's name clean. So I really appreciate it. I'm someone who really is a diehard Michael Jackson fan. I don't think there's an artist that has ever touched me anywhere close to what his music has done for me. But I think that this is an awesome fan film. I thought that the voice of Michael Jackson was done pretty well. I think now in today's time with AI, they might even use the AI, to get it off even better. But I liked it. I liked the small video clips they put in and out. And I like how they, you know, paid homage to Michael Jackson and represented Michael Jackson very, very well, and who he was, the type of person he was, you know what I'm saying? And actually, like, out of all the things that I've watched kind of like post his death, this is probably one of the, if not the best thing that I've watched, you know, that is putting his name in a good light. You know, I tell people all the time, like, business is business. And if you don't believe that Sony was out to get Michael, you know, then you get, that's more obvious, I feel like, than the tabloid stuff. Not like that this, like I said, just puts Michael's name in a good light. And one of the best things that I've seen, you know, post his death, that's put him in a good light. So, you know, shout out to Richard, shout out to everybody who had something to do with this fan film. I really enjoyed it, especially as a Michael Jackson fan, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's good for Michael Jackson and his name to be carried on throughout time, you know what I'm saying?
We got something a little bit different today. This right here is a dramatized interview with Michael Jackson where he is still alive. It's set in 2023. So, yeah, I mean, I think that was pretty cool to make a video like that. You know, just to give some insight on how, you know, things may be or, you know, or not, you know, but he did have some accurate answers in there as well. I did enjoy this. I really did. I think it's really well put together as far as he spoke about just the whole Michael Jackson transition and, you know, like starting off Jackson 5. And you got to go into when he went solo and then the allegation. Really well put together. I feel as if, it was pretty cool. It was pretty good. Well put together video and I definitely enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think about it as well. Put it down in the comment section because I will be watching. What would y'all have done different? What did y'all like from the video and what y'all dislike? Let me know because I will be watching.
I was really waiting to see the end and if I could see Michael Jackson somewhere, but you know.
The most important part for me was I just wanted to know at the end of the day if that guy was in any way Michael. Even though I had my suspicion that he was not, but for the fact that he kept on talking as the third person, like he kept referring to Michael as himself.
Yeah.
And in no instant did he flutter, nor did he, you know, make mistake. It was more like you asking me about my childhood, and I just sit down and I spit every information
So
as
accurate,
accurate, exactly, like I was
With
there,
no
like I was
emotions
experiencing it.
in between, like
Thank you.
you know. But that was a beautiful editing, beautiful what if Michael Jackson, because it felt real. It felt like we're listening to Michael Jackson's heart being poured out if he was to speak. And this was very creative, very real, guys. This was a nice one.
So I really wish this was actually true because, in all honesty, I miss Michael Jackson. And for the fact, I actually enjoyed this a lot because there was a lot I didn't know about Michael. To be frank,
Yeah.
there was a whole lot. This was a nice walk.
Okay, so after all of this was, I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of weird to me because, like I said, it somewhat sounds like Michael Jackson's voice, and then he stumbles on words. During a few clips, he pronounced words wrong. Just a few of them, just a few though. So I don't know how to take this. I don't know if he's like really said this, like, and I know that's not him for a fact. The different backgrounds is throwing me off. Her wearing that with the background matching is throwing me off too. But overall, I do love Michael Jackson. I love his creativity, his uniqueness, his mouthpiece. He's so creative. Far as the media playing him, I don't know him personally, so I cannot judge him on anything. But far as his music, his creativity, his art, yeah, he created magic, and I do believe he has songs out there that will last forever and ever and ever. With that being said, rest in peace to Michael Jackson.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe I was tripping, but man, I was, the way he was talking to Ish at the end, it was like, pow, shot me in the heart in such a good way though, not even bad. But man, I was like, dog, I was just totally understanding it. Like, it made so much sense to me, dude. And it's actually scary having that in our hand now because we see it a lot now. Our favorite celebrities being interviewed, and we just love when we watch them. And they just agree with us so much. We're all the same. This is why we love them. But we also see those ones where it come out like, I think a little different here, and it's like, yeah, shutting him off with his head. It's just like, it's just gone. Like, damn. So you just forbid anyone to just have a different thought. What about listening to him? But I don't know though. Hey.
What's up, y'all? Wait, let me fix my hair. I might look like I've been electrocuted, but it's okay. I have bedhead. Y'all used to this by now. I'm reacting or giving my review on a Michael Jackson film that one of my subbies sent me, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's react to it. Y'all know I'm not a Michael Jackson fan. So my first thing was like, why me? But I mean, why not me? Maybe it's a different perspective. Personally, I'm not a fan of his. I think his voice a little annoying. I already know I'm about to have hella comments right now. But I said what I said. His music kind of annoying to me. But we watched the film. It's about an hour and some change. It was well edited, well filmed, well crafted, good quality. I was kind of wondering why Michael Jackson looked like the before picture of his clone in a horror movie though, like the way he was looking. But I mean, he touched on it. He said why.
I'm wearing a mask because my face is disfigured. This isn't a publicity stunt. My face is badly disfigured.
How badly?
Very badly. You know the old Phantom of the Opera movie from 1920s?
Sure.
Well, I look worse than the Phantom with his mask off.
He told us why he was looking like that. Had to get the gold plate on him. Not too heavy though. I love how he's still practical. He's like, I got it gold, but we ain't gonna make it full gold. Can't heavy on my face.
It's gold plated, so how gold would be way too heavy.
The whole thing's basically just a Michael Jackson documentary, so if you're not a Michael fan, but if you like Michael, I would definitely say you would like it. And I know it's a lot of Michael Jackson fans. It's basically going through his whole life, start to finish, from Jackson 5 to the end. But now he's alive. Do you think Michael Jackson is still alive? Is this a little hint, innuendo? It's an innuendo creator. They even did that. My name's Michael voice. They even got the voice going. It's basically very informational. Like, it's very informative. Hi, my name is Michael Jackson. Like, they got the voice on point. The interviewer was real interviewing, real professional. But go watch it. If you like Michael Jackson and you like documentaries, especially reenactments, you will like this. Day-ish. Yeah. Set in the year 2023, if MJ was alive, he might be alive. I personally think half these celebrities are alive and then down there somewhere in them tunnels with Diddy in the gang. Like, Tupac, all them, you still here. We know it. We know it. Allegedly. Don't come after me, government. I know nothing. Me say nothing. Me blind. Me just black woman. Are you a Michael Jackson fan? How do you feel about me not being one and reacting to this?